Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ali G Show for track 30. The pod is back after a few weeks of vacation, enjoying the remaining weeks of summer. I am super excited to be back with you guys today, and I will be chatting with Dr. Devon, who's a fellow runner and friend, and most of all, she's been one of the biggest supporters of the pod thus far. We talked all things running. We talked about a lot of Dr. Devon's chickens. We talked a lot about music and so much more, and I cannot wait for you all to hear it. I am here with Dr. D, Dr. Devon. Welcome to the Ali G Show. This has been a long time coming. Dr. D is like the founding supporter of the Ali G Show. I'm so happy to have you. Welcome to the pod.
I am honored to be here. This has been a long time coming. There should have been ice cream involved.
I know. Next time.
Next time.
So just so everybody knows, after maybe one of the marathons that Dr. D has coming up, because I know, but the listeners don't know, we will be getting celebratory ice cream, and possibly, if Dr. D is down, doing like a post-marathon recap situation from Halo
I could
be
down if bribed with ice cream.
Well, now it's on record, so she has to come. But anyway, I'm so excited to have you on the pod. Thank you so much for coming. Why don't you start by telling the listeners, not even me, the listeners, a little bit about who you are and what you do and where you're from? Because I already know, so selfishly, but tell them.
Can't keep it to yourself. I'm Devon. I am born and raised Jersey girl. In Central Jersey, because it does exist, which is only an issue if you're from Jersey.
That's right.
I am a small animal veterinarian, which is why everybody calls me Dr. D, which is my Peloton leaderboard name, which is where most of the listeners are going to know me from. I do actually just have a first name. It's Devon, but nobody uses it anymore.
That's crazy. I didn't even know. I actually didn't even know your first name was Devon. It's crazy. I'm just kidding. Imagine we've been friends for this long. I'm like, wait, what's your real name? No, that's
just
crazy.
D. It's fine.
It's just D. It's just Dr. D. That's it.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Yeah, and I think you and I originally bonded over being from New Jersey because Jersey girls. For the record, on the pod, I'm stating this to the public. I will never give you shit from being from Central Jersey, even though I think I should give you shit. I would never. That's how much I love you, Dr. D.
I appreciate that.
Of course, anytime. No, and I guess to kick things off, like, what is something that people might not know about you, other than being a small animal veterinarian?
I don't know. I don't feel that I'm that interesting, but I must be if I'm here. So
she's lying. You're so interesting. Are you kidding?
I don't know.
You have so many chickens.
Owner. I do have so many chickens.
I mean,
I'm a small business owner. I bought my practice a couple years ago. I can't do anything halfway, so I jumped into running with a half marathon because that seemed like an appropriate non-psychotic way to get in.
Duh. Love that.
I went to vet school in the Caribbean.
So fun.
Lived in St. Kitts for a couple years.
Yeah, what was that like? Like, what was your like schooling like? I know this is a podcast about running and music, but I want to hear about. I've heard the story, but for the listeners, because this is why I think you're interesting. Brag about yourself, Dr. D. Come on.
This is my cat Goose.
Love it.
She'll make appearances. Schooling was 2.25 years in the Caribbean in St. Kitts, which is a teeny tiny island. So very interesting moving from Central Jersey to the Caribbean. Very different. And then back to the States for a year of clinics. So working actually in a vet hospital before I graduated.
Love it. That's so cool. And then you came back here when? Like what year did you move back?
2015 I graduated and I started working for my dad who used to own the practice. And then a couple years ago I bought it from him.
Love it. That's so cool. So how do you balance, I know we're going to get into the running portion, but how do you balance like having a family, full-time job, a lot of chickens, as we've talked about, because Dr. D is our egg dealer. Although I'm not trying to like sell you out because
blow up my egg spot.
The eggs, yeah, I can't pull up your egg spot because then like there'll be no eggs for anybody. But yeah, how do you balance that all with your running?
It's unclear. It just all seems to fit in a day, but I don't feel
Yeah,
like there's a whole lot of downtime.
yeah, yeah.
So this
I
morning
feel
was a
that.
5 a.m. alarm and out for a run, back in time to shower and get the kid on the bus to camp, and then off to work all day, and
Hmm.
then home to record a pod.
Yeah. Wow. I'm honored, Dr. D. Thank you so much for being here.
I
I
sent the
forced her.
husband and the
For
kid
those that
to
don't
the
know.
local fair.
You're like, get out of the house. I need silence. No, I love it. I love it. But of course, we're here to talk about your running and everything that you have coming up. And we're gonna get to the music because you and I talk music all the time, and we share our love for one track that I'm hoping that you'll mention on the pod. But if you don't, I am sorry for the listeners for that blank promise. No, but to get into it, like when did running come into your life? Like was it something you grew up doing or did it just come to you later? What was the
It
situation?
definitely came later. So I was on the cross country team in high school purely to put it on my college applications.
Respect. Respect.
Yeah, big
I feel like
nerd.
everybody was like moving for the extracurriculars, you know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
big nerd. Did all the extracurricular activities just to put them on my college applications.
Yeah.
But I was 100% last every
Yeah.
race,
Yeah.
which is fine.
I mean, I used to like show up to gym with my jeans under my sweats. So I feel that.
That
You know what I
tracks.
mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? And like sports and all those other things. Like I
Despite
would
who
just
you
wear,
are now, that tracks.
yeah, I mean, I just kind of didn't care. But yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
So,
No, I love that. And now we get to run together pretty much all the time, which is
hmm
great. Humble brag. I get to run with Dr. D all the time. But no,
so fast
what about it
forward
keeps you
to,
going? Yeah, tell
um,
me. Tell us.
because I have FOMO. If I stopped, then what would I be missing?
Yeah, I mean, same. Same.
But it was right
You know,
after
I
I
get that.
had Ari, he's my son, he's almost 8.
Hmm.
Maybe 6 months after I had him, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I was not happy with how I looked or felt. So I got a
Hmm.
Peloton bike. Had never taken a spin class ever in my life and decided I
Same.
want a Peloton bike. So it was
Hmm.
Mother's Day. Happy wife, happy life. We got a Peloton bike.
Love that. Who were your go-to instructors?
Allie Love.
Okay. What kind
And
of
I will
ride?
fully admit, Tabata. It was always Tabata Tuesday.
Ooh. Okay, so you jumped in.
I like intervals. I like structure.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I will fully admit I
Mhm.
have not touched my bike in probably 2.5 years
Yeah.
because in
Yeah.
2021, January of 21, we got the Tread Plus
Oh, I'm so
because I feel
jealous.
like I had FOMO and we needed a tread. COVID had happened. We were staying home
Mhm.
even more than we normally would.
Mhm.
And we got the Tread Plus because go big or go home.
Yeah.
And then I kind of bounced around for instructors until Peloton launched their UK team. And then I found my people.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
I found that I had a bunch of friends over there whose paces were very similar to mine on the tread. And they
Yeah.
were doing races. They were doing 5Ks, 10Ks, halves, and FOMO. I, they were doing it. And if I can keep up with them on the tread, why can't I also do the races they were doing?
Hell
So
yeah.
shout out to Angela Scott. She said, pick a race on my side of the pond and I'll do it with you. Anything half
Yes.
marathon and under. So literally jumped into running with a half marathon in 2023.
Yes.
I ran on the tread a whole bunch,
Ooh.
a couple years. And
Yeah.
then 2023, I did my first half. Um,
Mhm.
and then it was also the year Mariana launched on the tread. So I finally had
Mhm.
somebody on this side of the pond. And then do one race in 23 and then into the deep end I went
Yes.
and did
Yes.
all the races, literally all of them last year.
I know. Wait, was that? I'm trying to think of like the first time I actually ran with you or raced with you. Because my story is similar on the bike as it is to your like tread story. I got the bike during COVID and then oh, we're drinking. Okay. Dr. D said take a sip. No, I got the bike during COVID and I only thought that the UK team existed because obviously I'm
Yes,
I'm
I've heard
stupid.
this story.
Yeah, and then I was like, wait, there's like a whole US team. And then like I think 2021-ish, I got the tread and then discovered there were like other instructors outside of the UK and like opened up
Welcome.
this brand new life for myself. But I'm trying to think of the first time you and I actually like ran or raced together. Because when you came, I mean, you're talking about like you did every race last year in New York, right?
I
Or like
did.
New York in
Yeah.
like the tri-state area.
Yeah. I think we first knowingly ran together in a Peloton hike.
Was
And
that it?
then it was Mariana's hike, February of
I think
24.
it was. I think you're right
Yeah.
because actually I know you're right because that was the first Mariana class I took in person because I had like just met her like
Hmm.
maybe a few weeks before at some shakeout. I think it was the New York City Marathon shakeout
Yeah. So
or
that's when
something.
we first ran
Yeah.
together. And I think probably our first race. Did you do United last
Was it
year?
the yeah, yes. Yes. No. No, I did not. That was a lie. I did DC. Well, this year I did DC instead of United half because you did United this year, right?
I did
When it was like
United this year
muggy and
and
hot.
last year. It was
Okay,
terrible.
so I did do it last year. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
But I
last year
feel
was
like I didn't
perfect
really know
weather.
you then.
I did.
Yeah, it
Yeah. I
was.
mean, I don't think we
Yeah.
did.
It's crazy. Look how far we've come. Now we're taking Prosecto before class.
Hmm. A sports
No.
drink.
Yeah, that's right, a sports drink. Um, no, but what of the races last year was your favorite? Which one?
Um,
Outside of United, I guess, because that's like always I feel like a good vibe and always a fun time.
yeah. I mean, last year I really liked United, and then I've done Royal Parks half in London twice.
Hmm.
It was my
Yeah.
very first race in 2023, and the weather was
Yeah.
horrendous. It was 80 degrees and sunny and humid, and they had three water stations for 13 miles, and it was the worst.
Is that what every
But
4 miles they had a water
it
station?
was terrible, and it was 80 degrees. It was ridiculous. I figured
Were you
October in
carrying
London.
anything?
I was, and I had to refill it. It was ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so set the
That's
bar
insane.
really low for
Yeah.
performance. It's all been up from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But then I did it
Okay.
again last year, and that's my half PR. The weather was perfect, and I figured out to carry more water and electrolytes with me.
Love it. I know, isn't it crazy how you learn from like every single one? Like I
Hmm.
feel like you like as okay, 2023 is your first half, right? And then 2 years later you're like, wow, I feel like I knew nothing back then as much
Yeah.
as I know now. You know what I mean? It's such a weird thing. Like, is there one thing that you can think of where you're like, oh, I really learned from this race, or I really learned from like this experience?
I think I learned to strength train
Yeah, same.
because this jumps into the middle of my running journey. But
Yeah.
after post New York last year, I got injured because I was not strength training. I had plantar fasciitis for like 6 months and ended up with a stress
Hmm.
reaction in my heel, which was all because I had a very weak posterior chain and I wasn't doing anything about it. So,
Hmm.
shout out
Yeah.
Mike Ortiz for
Yes,
coaching
Mike.
me back to running.
Except for when he gives you crazy intervals.
Also bad.
No, I'm just kidding. Mike's the best. Shout out Mike. Um, and I guess before we jump into like what races you have coming up, is there one that's been most memorable up until this point, good or bad? Feel free to name one of each. One good, one bad, if you're
Um,
willing to share.
Memorably bad was Brooklyn last year. I got the worst sunburn that I think I've ever gotten
Hmm.
running. And then you
Hmm.
are in Coney Island to finish, and you have to get back to Manhattan from Coney Island, and that's just terrible.
Yeah. You have to
Um,
walk a mile after the race to get an Uber or get on the train, and it's
or your
horrible.
friend drives you back into Manhattan, and it takes you 90 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless,
Literally.
it's terrible.
Not even an exaggeration. It's the truth.
Um, I think of the local races, I did Cherry Blossom 10 miler last year, which was
Mhm.
great. I did it again this year, and it was terrible, all weather related.
Yeah. I remember
I
texting you.
don't
We always do like
I
a pulse
don't
check.
run well in the heat.
Yeah.
The heat
I
does
don't either.
not treat me well.
Yeah, no. No.
And then I loved London last year
Why?
because for whatever reason I love the UK. huge Anglophile
Hmm.
for no apparent reason.
Hmm.
So getting to run a flat course in cool weather and see all of the touristy spots in London was just pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. Is it like do you think it's one of your favorite places to run overall?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
What's your second favorite? New York?
New York, but not Harlem Hill or the
Yeah.
Three Sisters or Cat Hill.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
mean, we
love
could
Central
just,
Park, but I hate Central Park.
yeah, I'll be honest. I'm more of like a lower loop of Central Park, West Side Highway to Brooklyn Bridge girly lately. So I
Yeah.
feel that. I feel that.
I've never done a long run in the city that wasn't a race. So I should probably figure
Really?
that out and do something long, but make it flat.
We should do one together. We can go
You're
on
gonna have to
like,
walk to keep up with me.
but it doesn't matter. Pace doesn't matter. Like we should just do it. We should just do it for fun. Anyway, you know what I mean?
I'm down.
That'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. I could show you like all of my routes. Because when you have to run like 20 miles every Saturday and Sunday, you learn to like have fun with every single route in New York City and at the beach and everywhere else that's flat because you're dying. Um, no, no, I love all that. And what do you have? What do you have coming up for the
I
listeners? I
have
feel like this is
Berlin.
so unnatural because I know what's coming up for you. Um, but okay, Berlin,
I
Berlin.
have
This is
Berlin a month from today because
that's right.
Berlin's September 21st. It is August 21st recording this,
Yeah, that's
which
right.
is horrifying.
Why are you nervous?
But yes, I'm nervous
Why?
because I've only done one full, and it was New York last year, and my time from New York will get me swept in Berlin. So
Okay, but it's different. I feel
it
like
is
it's way
different. It's
different.
flatter. I'm trained better. Like all of these things come together, but you can only
Hmm.
tell yourself these things so many times until you pretend to believe them.
Yeah, I totally get that. I feel like we put
So
so much pressure on ourselves to be like,
100%.
oh, it's this and that and the other, so it's gonna be better and it's gonna be this and it's gonna be that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of
So I
added
am
pressure.
going for a PR in Berlin, but only because
Yes.
I have to or I get swept.
Fair.
They have a
Fair.
6:15 time limit. So my only marathon to date is New York last year, and that was 6:30. So very much a back of the packer, but we'll get
But
there.
it's different though. I think to your point, it's different because you know so much more than you knew then. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Even though it's only a year, it's still a year of time where you've learned more about yourself, more about your running, more about how you can handle things and handle situations during races, even if it's a half, even if it's a 5K, right? Like, I feel like we learn so much from different distances that, like, bringing that stuff to Berlin is going to only help you get what you want to get.
I would agree.
And it's
Yeah,
flat.
it's been a huge year, and it's flat.
Yeah. It has been a huge year. You've been doing amazing. I mean, you do amazing anyway, but like, you've been doing great. I've been watching it, I've
You're
been
doing
witness to
great,
it.
sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie. Keep going. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you're going for the PR. What are
Hmm.
you most excited to do in Germany besides run the Berlin Marathon?
Pretzels and beer,
Hell yeah. And
maybe
what are
with
we going to get from
lederhosen,
you? And we're going to get photo
pictures,
evidence.
and yep.
That's right. That's right. I feel like you said it via text, but I need you to say it on the pod so that it like comes to fruition. No, so you're going to carb load with beer and
Hmm.
prosecco, and
Hmm.
then you're going to run a PR.
Hmm.
No, no, I'm so excited for you, and I I feel like I knew it wasn't your first international race, but like it's your first international marathon.
Yes.
Are you at all worried about like the time difference, or are you just like
I don't
I'm set, I've been there, I've done it, I'm
I don't
fine.
think so because I've done
Mhm.
races in London, and I think
Yeah,
Germany's only 1 more hour.
1 hour. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
So we fly over Wednesday night. We get to Berlin Thursday,
Hmm.
and the race isn't until Sunday.
Oh, so you have time
So
to acclimate.
I've got time to adjust to the time difference, and I'm bougie, so I'm gonna fly business class and lay myself
Hell
down and go
yeah,
to sleep on the plane.
hell yeah,
So I think that's huge for adjusting to the time difference.
yeah, for sure,
Is getting
for
good
sure.
sleep and hitting the ground running.
Yeah, definitely. And you're not doing New York this year?
No, I'm cheering New York.
Okay, same. We'll be cheering together, I'm sure.
Excellent.
What else do you have other than Berlin? Anything?
I have a couple New York Roadrunners races I signed up for because I could, but I don't know that I'll actually do them. But we'll see.
Hmm. Which
I
ones?
want to say I signed up for the Jersey City 5K and then
Mm.
the 15K in December.
Is that Brooklyn or Manhattan?
Manhattan. I don't go to
Okay.
Brooklyn. I don't have a passport for that.
Yeah, I mean, same. I don't, yeah. It's like
Uh,
another country to me.
yeah. And then I want to say there was something else I signed up for. It might have just been those two,
I feel like
but we'll
we sign
see.
up for so many and then you just forget about it. Like after the women's
Well,
half, it kind of all falls out of my head. Or no,
well,
the women's 10K.
I signed up
Sorry.
for all the spring races, and then nothing happens over the
Yeah.
summer, and then I'm burned out by the fall.
Yeah. I mean, that happens like that for everyone, I think. Because I don't like, I'm like, oh, I'm such a cold weather runner. And then I don't sign up for any winter races. I'm like, it's too cold. I'm not
Hmm.
doing that. Like the Frosty 5K. Absolutely
No,
not.
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to Brooklyn to freeze my ass off to run a 5K. It's just not working.
Although I did the
Um,
Manhattan 10K this year, and that was frigid.
Wait, was that that was the one that was like 15 degrees, right? Or
Yeah, it was
something?
15 or 20 degrees. A whole bunch of people bailed. It was
Hmm.
freezing. But it was my first race back post injury, so I felt like
Yeah,
I had
that's
to do
right.
it.
That's right. Yeah, and let's backtrack a little bit. Like how did you overcome the injury? Like were you kind of like I don't want to say happy about it because obviously nobody's happy about an injury, but were you like, "Oh, I need to take the break?" Or were you like itching to get back? Cuz I mean, I feel like I know a portion of the story, but for the listeners.
Kind of both, but mostly I was welcoming the break
Mhm.
because I had signed up for an ultra because I, I have no chill.
I
Um,
mean, respect. You've met me,
yeah,
right?
I had signed up for an ultra in Wales this past April. It would
Mm.
have been really cool. It was a 50K all women. And I had a couple friends that ended up doing it. It seemed like a really cool race. But when I got injured, the orthopedic doctor said absolutely not. So that got pulled off the table.
Yeah.
But I had, because of my FOMO, I had just been going, going, going last year, and there was no break.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I kind of did welcome the break. It became yoga and strength season. So
Mhm.
I think I was 3 or 4 weeks no running until I had no pain in my foot.
Mhm.
And then it was a very, very slow reentry.
Yeah. And what were you
And I
feeling like
did.
when you were coming back? Were you
I mean, I
like
was,
I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I feel like I can do not better, but like I just feel like people automatically think they're going to come back from an injury and say like, "Oh, I'm going to go from 0 to 100," which is definitely me. Like I'm not saying people as in like other people. I mean like me. I'm like, "Oh, I feel good one day and then I'm like back to running." Like what were you feeling when you came back? Obviously
I
other
think I was
than
a
like
little
excited.
worried.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
run I went for, I was like, does my foot hurt? Does my foot not hurt?
Mhm. Mhm.
But again, shout out Ortiz.
Mhm.
He kept my schedule appropriate
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
had dealt with injury himself, so he knew what it was to come back from injury. So he
Mhm.
kept my schedule appropriate for coming back from that kind of thing and getting back into it without falling out of it again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I respect that so much because I feel like it's such a I mean, I feel like a lot of people have injury stories, but when you're trying to come back, it's a little bit different. Not that people aren't trying to come back, but you know what I mean? Like when you're trying to come back at the level that you were at pre-injury, it gets handled a little bit differently. And I think like Ortiz
Hmm.
having that respect for you and like your body and where you were at that point is so important. And I had the same situation with Coach Ferry. Like when I had the Achilles thing, it was the same way. He's like, "No, let's just take the break. Like it is what it is. Let's just embrace it and move on because if you keep running through it, it's going to get worse." So, but yeah, it is a weird period of like psyching yourself out where you go for
Hmm.
that first run and you're like, am I actually in pain or am I
Am I
thinking I'm in
imagining it?
pain?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, and then you're like, is it actually better today or am I just making that up in my head? It's a very weird, weird space to be in, which is why I asked, because I think it's really important for other people to hear like you took the time off and then when you came back, it's like a slow and steady wins the race. It's not like a
It's
0 to
like being in the
100.
first 2 miles of a run every time you run.
Yep. Yep. And then you
Am I
realize like,
dying? Is this terrible? Or do I
yes.
just need to warm up?
No, literally. And then you're like, hmm, previously it took me a mile to warm up, and now it's taking me 3 miles to warm up. Like, what's happening? And then you kind
Yeah.
of just hit this new level of running.
Hmm.
And it's very weird. It's very, very weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it was weird for me. I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but it was very weird for me to come back and be like, usually I'm warmed up by like 2 miles, and now I'm like 5 miles in, and I'm still
I
feeling
think
very
it kept
tight.
me more honest about actually warming up and
Yes.
doing all the appropriate cross training because I
Yep.
definitely was convinced that I could get by without it previously.
Completely, completely agree. I never stretched ever. And now I'm like, oh, got to do my little stretches and my calf raises and
Now
keep
she's a
on plugging
yogi.
along. Now she's a yogi. That was so when you texted me the other night during class, I was actually laughing out loud. Like and for everybody listening, like Dr. D is probably like one of the three people that can make me laugh out loud via text. That killed me during the run we were in, and I was recognized as a yogi, and I was like, "Wait, I can't even like hold a
You
plank
can't touch your
for."
toes.
I literally cannot touch my toes. Like I have no torso. My legs are long, but I have no torso. Cannot touch my toes. Yeah. And for the record, again, for everybody listening, every time I'm in yoga with Dr. D, I have to go next to her because I have to either copy what she's doing or just cower away in like shame at
We
what I'm
hide in the
doing.
back corner together.
We literally hide in the back corner together. It's amazing because I'm like a baby deer learning how to walk for the first time in yoga.
Mhm.
So,
Can
but
confirm.
now I'm a yogi though. Yeah, yeah, you can confirm. It's embarrassing. I've definitely fallen over on Dr. D more times than I can count. Anyway, moving on. Um, do you have any pre or post race like superstitions or traditions?
No.
Really? You just like roll
Yeah.
up and you're like, I'm gonna run?
I mean, I wake up ridiculously early so I can like I have all my stuff laid out and I go to the bathroom, but like that's about it. Everybody does that. I don't have anything specifically Dr.
An
D.
icon. She's an icon. Dr. D's an icon. She's not one of us. She's better. Um, no, I love that. And do you have like a pre-run or post-run meal or snack? Like after the New York City Marathon, what did you do? Like what's your celebration?
I died.
Yeah, I mean,
I literally felt like I got hit by a bus. It was dark by the time I finished. We took the most expensive pedicab from the Upper West down to the hotel because we weren't going to get an
oh,
Uber. I will
yeah.
send you the picture after this we're done, and
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
absurd.
I'm
Most
putting it on
expensive pedicab
Instagram.
ever. Yeah.
Man.
And I'm never ever hungry after a long run.
Mhm.
So I had to convince myself to drink some chocolate milk. I sent my husband out to Whole Foods and Hudson Yards to get chocolate milk for me.
Wow. And that was the
And I
only thing you
convinced
had?
it was all I had that night. And then I
Wow.
woke up the next day and ate all the things all day.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm never hungry the day of, but then like the next day, I'm like, oh, I'm making up for the last 3 days of my life not eating.
Yeah, never hungry during a race, definitely never hungry after a race.
Hmm. Hmm.
But matzo ball soup at the diner with Manhattan Adam the day after, excellent.
Yes, yes. We're shouting out all our favorite people on this episode. I love this, Dr. D. Okay, and I'm gonna backtrack again because I actually did not realize that that was your first New York City Marathon.
It was my first
What?
ever any marathon.
I know. I mean, but seriously, major props to you because well, I know you listen to the pod, of course, and you know my friend Sid through the pod and through me. But that was like I was like, "Hey, you should run the New York City Marathon." And she was like, "It's my first marathon." And then I realized like how insane that was that I said
Hmm.
that to somebody that
Hmm.
had never run it before. Um because
It's
it's
an
not the
excellent
easiest.
and awful first
Yes.
marathon choice.
Yes. It's like a blessing and a curse.
Yeah,
So what
it's
were you
local
feeling?
and the crowd support is phenomenal,
Of course. Of
but it's
course.
hard. Like of the big ones, it is a very
Mhm.
hard course. The hills
Mhm.
don't let up.
Yeah.
Um,
You're never gonna
but
break, basically is what I like to
there's no
say.
break. Everything's
There's no break.
uphill.
No break.
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
But they don't close the finish line. So there's
Yeah.
really no worry about.
Mm-hmm.
finishing time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the other majors have very strict finishing times, and for speedsters like yourself, not a worry. But
No.
for the back of the packers, where you're worried about the cutoff, New York is a fantastic one to start with,
Yeah.
because it really doesn't matter how long you take; they will wait and they will keep the
Mm-hmm.
finish open.
Mm-hmm. No, and I love that. And I think one of my favorite parts of the New York City Marathon is going back. Like I'll shower up and like do whatever I'm gonna do, and then I'll go back and like cheer throughout the day, either at the finish line or like on the course somewhere. Because I think it's such an insane moment to see like everybody come together through all moments of the day, right? Like it's not just at the starting line.
Hmm.
It's not just like in Brooklyn for the first people that are shooting off at 9:25, right? Like it is literally the entire day. There are people on the streets the entire day. And then not even a mention of the finish line, but like when you get to the finish line, it's like there are still people there. There everyone is there all day, all night. And I think that's what makes it so special. It's like, that the cutoff isn't a worry at all. And like you
Hmm.
just did what you did. It's so crazy. And I think when everybody asks me about like the differences between the majors, and I've only run the US majors, but Chicago's fun, Boston's fun, but they're different. There's something so different about New York and the way that people come together, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from around here, but like it's truly something like I've never witnessed before in my life.
Yeah, I think it's
So it's
twofold.
really
I think
nice to
New
hear you
York
say that.
energy will outdo Boston
Yeah,
and Chicago any day,
a
but it's also
hundred percent.
local. It's our hometown major.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
I
it's so
think for
true.
us especially, it makes it even better.
It's so true. And that was the
I
one
mean,
that you ran with Ray, right?
yeah, Ray and I met in the start village. We'd never met in real life before,
Never
ever.
ever.
Never ever. We had
What?
Instagram DM'd back and forth a little bit.
Wow.
I did my 20 miler last year on the tread, and she ran some of those miles with me. We had never
Wow.
met in real life. We met in the
Wow.
start village and then proceeded to run the entire thing together,
Like start to finish.
start to finish. Like hung out in the start
Wow.
village, crossed the start line together. There were four of us initially, and then we paired off into two sets of two. And it was me and Ray, and she stayed with
Wow.
me the whole time. She and I were each convinced the other one hated us, like
Story of my
because we all
life.
we all know my face. I have a really good RBF, so Ray was convinced that I hated her,
It's the
and
best
I was
ever.
convinced that Ray was having the worst time ever and would never talk to me again. And fast forward to now, we're great friends. We talk every
I
day.
love that. I
But
love
yeah, we
that.
met in the Start Village, so it's one way to make a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. And but to your point, like obviously we joke about it, but I think it really is the space to connect and the space to bond and the space to like let things go, right? Like there has been MF can attest to this. There has been some shit that I have said on our long runs where I'm like, you're out of that headspace after the run and you're like, why would I ever say that out loud? Like, I don't know
Hmm.
why I would say that. But it's like, it's such a vulnerable space to be in. And at the same time, it's like, oh, it's super vulnerable and it might be like a little uncomfortable. But at the same time, it's like, this is my time. Like, this is our
Hmm.
time to bond and to be together and to chat and to whatever. And if you can do that while you're running, I think that's like the most special bond that you can create, you
You
know?
go right past small talk into trauma dumping,
Yeah,
and
that's
you
right.
create really good friends.
That's exactly right. And then you make best friends out of it. It's great.
Uh-huh,
It's great.
exactly.
It's not and it's so funny because it's like one of those things that you like I don't know. I never like go back and talk about it. I'm like, we don't have to talk about that. Like we did this thing together and it was cool. And we got to bond and we got to chat. But like, you're like, we don't actually have to bring that up ever again. um, which I think is also like the funny thing about it. But did you have, amongst all the trauma dumping and the oversharing, did you have any favorite part of the course or least favorite part of the course?
I thought the Verrazano was really cool,
Yeah, that's like one of my
because
favorite parts.
I've driven that bridge so many times, because we
Mhm.
frequent the Long Island bridges. Don't
Yes,
hate me, Jersey girl doesn't go down the shore.
it's crazy.
I know we
That's
can still be
crazy.
friends, but
Yeah, we
I
can.
thought the Verrazano was really cool. Um,
Yeah.
the sound tunnel coming off the Queensboro onto First Ave.
That
was
turn,
cool.
that sharp
Yeah,
turn is one of my favorite moments of the entire race. Not because the Queensborough's over,
but
um,
a little
but
bit.
but a little bit, but because it's like you are just coming downhill and there's like you're just going fast. You're just cruising around the curve, going in, and you're like, all right, this is like the third leg of the marathon, which is sickening to
Yeah.
say out loud that it's like the third leg because it's like a long time to go.
Mm. Yeah, that one was
Yeah,
particularly cool because my husband and son were right there. So they were at
that's
like
so cute.
61st or 62nd. So they were waiting to see us,
I love that.
with Ari's little sign that was literally a piece of printer paper that said, "Go, mom, go, run, mom, run."
That's so cute. That is so cute. I love
And
that.
then
I love that.
up, up First Ave to Marisol. That was another good part.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. You know my Muddy
and then
Soul story where she gave me the Coke and I
I
didn't
didn't get
shake
my
it?
Coke.
That's crazy. Because you missed it?
I know I put in my order. I was never given my Coke.
Not you calling her out on the pod. No,
You can
I'm
cut
just
that
kidding.
part.
She'll, no, I would never. I can't cut that out. Are you kidding? This is like the honesty hour. Um, well, now I can't tell my story because I feel bad. Keep going.
And then I died. Like the rest of the
Yeah.
race, I think
Yeah.
like it was just downhill. My first half of New York was pretty solid, and then
Yeah.
the wheels absolutely fell off.
That's like I feel like a lot of people share the same thought when they pass the Queensboro Bridge,
Yeah, I
unfortunately.
didn't mind the Queensboro itself
Yeah, but
because
after
like
that,
I
it's like rough.
personally like a quiet space.
Mhm.
But yeah, getting off the Queensboro and realizing you still have, what is it, 10 miles at that point?
A lot of miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what is it, like 16 to 18 is Queensboro, I think? I'm sorry, when you get off, it's like you're
I,
running to mile 18, I believe.
yeah,
Because I,
17 or
I saw
18.
M Sol at 18, I think, or 18.5, something like that.
I think so.
Um, but then after that, it kind of sucks because you're going up Fifth Ave, and like that sucks. That's my
Yeah.
least favorite part of the New York City Marathon because you go up and it's a slow burn, and you don't think it's a slow burn, but it's a slow burn, and it's going to kill your calves and your quads. And then you go in the park and you come out of the park, and you're like, oh wait, I'm not done yet. And then you have to go back in the park, and
Yeah.
then you finish, and it's
Yeah, there's
like
a whole bunch of
5
terrible
miles.
pictures of me from the park section and
Yeah,
Central Park South where I looked
yeah,
like I wanted to just curl up and die.
yeah, yeah,
Because it did.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel that. I
But
absolutely
it was
feel
like
that.
it was dark out by that point, and I was ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
Everything hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. It's one of those things where like you make it to like 7 p.m. and you're like, "Oh, I feel like I should be tired." And then you're like not tired, and then like 30 minutes later you're like, "I'm going to die. I need to go to bed
Yeah.
like right
Well,
now."
the problem was I was physically exhausted,
Mm.
but I had had a bunch of caffeinated gels. I didn't start my
Ooh,
race
are
until
you a calf?
11:30.
You're a calf gel girly? Okay, that yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
So
Can we
wave
just talk
5
about
didn't start
that?
till
That's like a long
11:30.
time. Yeah, that's a long time to wait there too at the Start
Yeah.
Village.
Yeah, wave
And did
5
you
starts
bus
at
there?
11:30. I ferried there. I was not about to
Okay.
get up that early for a bus. So we took the
Okay.
ferry. We got a little more sleep.
Yeah.
But I was doing anything I could to not die on the course. So
Yeah.
I had some
Respect.
caffeinated gels and I took them and I naively figured I'd be tired enough that it would be fine. It was not fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
laying in bed with my foot on a bag of ice that the front desk was nice enough to send up in the hotel. And
Oh,
I was like, I'm exhausted. I can go to sleep now. Nope. Nope.
yeah.
I think I was up till
She's
11,
wired.
almost midnight that night because I
Now you
couldn't
saying
go to sleep.
11. Now you saying 11 and me being like, that's so early. I was expecting you to be like 2 a.m. When you say
No,
11.
I'm more likely to wake up at 2 a.m. than go to
Oh my
sleep at 2 a.m.
God. That is
No, give
so
me a
funny.
4 a.m. wake up and a 9 p.m. bedtime. I'm down.
I respect that. You're like a different breed compared to me. I'm like up all
Yeah,
night and
no.
then I'll sleep for like 3 hours and I'm like, I'm good. This is fine.
Nope, soul of an
Um,
80-year-old woman.
I respect that. I respect that. That is so funny though. The way I was expecting you to be like, I was up till like 3 a.m. You said 11. I'm like
No,
shocked as shit.
100% no.
That is so funny. I am literally every time I run like a 26.2 or over, I am literally up all night. I cannot sleep. And I don't even take calf gels. I stopped taking calf gels like a long time ago. So I also respect that you take calf gels. Do you still take them?
Currently, I take one to start the run. Like if I've got a really early run, I'll take that
Mhm.
to like as my very first gel before I start because
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to make coffee. I don't want coffee sloshing around my belly,
Ooh.
but I could do
Okay,
a
so
calf gel instead.
you're not a pre-run coffee girl.
Not a pre-run coffee unless I've got hours and hours. But even then,
Yeah.
like usually
But
not a
even
pre-run coffee.
starting at like 11 or 11:30, you didn't even have coffee?
I
I
think
would simply crumble.
I had coffee that morning, but I also think I was
Okay.
like wired on excitement and
Yeah.
nerves.
It's a lot. It's
Um,
a lot. It's a lot of
I
emotions.
yeah, I think I had hotel room coffee because I think I
Mhm.
was worried about waking the boys up. They didn't wake
Mhm.
up.
Yeah,
Uh,
obviously.
but yeah, starting at 11:30, like I was grasping at straws for what I could do to like not die on the course.
Yeah. No, it's a lot. It's a lot emotionally, physically, everything.
Yeah,
What were you
but I've
thinking
since
when you crossed the
learned
finish
better.
line? Yeah, I know, same.
Uh,
That's what I mean. I learned more in like 2 weeks about my running than I do like, it's
yeah,
crazy. It's so crazy. But no, what were you feeling when you crossed the finish line? New York City Marathon
that
last year.
I wanted to sit down.
Really? And
Yes,
and you can't because it's like a zombie walk out of
it's
the
a
park.
zombie walk. We got past the people handing out the ponchos and the medals, and I did end up sitting down on the curb as you're zombie walking. And at that
Mm,
point is where I lost Ray because she went to Levan to get a cookie.
respect. Respect. I mean, I actually
She
don't
had,
even know how she made it, but like, yeah, I
yeah,
get it.
she had run a couple fulls before, so she knew what she was getting herself into.
Yeah.
She felt a lot more put together than I did. So
Yeah.
shout out to her still having her shit together and going to get her cookie.
And going to get Levon.
Oh yeah, I
That's so
sat for a
funny.
bit and then I managed to zombie walk over to ninth, 10th. Where did they
Yeah,
shoot you out?
10th?
Ninth?
10th,
What?
I think. Is it?
I think it's ninth because it was heading downtown. Yeah, it's ninth.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
because
I had to
you
go,
exit at Columbus
yeah,
Circle.
all the way over to ninth to find the boys and then take the world's most expensive pedicab back to the hotel.
How long did that take?
Uh, I mean, that was probably a 20-minute pedicab ride.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you're just
You,
in
you can
pain.
You can guess how much that cost. I was
Yeah.
miserable. Ari was looking around like, this is great. And Rob was like, how do I not let Devon just throw herself into traffic?
He probably felt so bad for you.
He did. He
And
saw my
like
face and he was like, I've never seen this face before.
yeah, and I feel like on that end, it's like the worst when you don't know how to like take care of your partner in that way because you're just like,
Hmm.
I can't say I know what you're feeling because I don't know what you're feeling, but at the same time, you're
Yeah.
like, I don't even know how to help you because you don't even know how to help yourself.
Yeah. No, shout out to him being
It's
a good
very hard.
husband. He carted Ari around all day. He
Shout out
met me after the finish and then he saw my face and he's like, whatever we have to do to get you back to the hotel is what we're going to do. And
for
it would
him
have
to make
taken
it.
forever to get a cab or an Uber. So
Yeah,
in the
for
pedicab
him
we
to make
went.
it to the Queensboro though, that's like a win. That's like win number one of the day for
They were
him.
in Brooklyn somewhere and I missed them. And then they were
Oh man,
on first. And then I met them after the finish.
I love
So
it.
he was hopping around.
Wow, with a
But he
kid,
also, yeah, he
it's
had
a
dragged
lot.
Ari around for United last year.
Oh, that's
That was
right. I
epic.
forgot Ari
So
came to United. Yeah, tell us about that.
they were on the Brooklyn side of the Manhattan Bridge in the
Mhm.
middle. I have videos of Ari fist bumping everybody as they run by, and he
He's
thought
so
that was
cute.
the most fantastic thing ever. And then they made it to Times Square, and then they made it to the finish. Like,
Love it.
yeah.
That's
And then
unreal.
they did it again this year. I think they skipped the bridge because it was a different bridge this year, so they skipped
Fair.
the Brooklyn
Fair.
Bridge.
Yeah.
But they were still in Times Square, and then they met me at the finish.
Wow. Wow. That's dedication and that's love. I
He's a
love
good
that.
race husband.
Yeah, I mean he's a great husband. And
Yeah,
Ari's a great kid. Obviously. Duh.
thanks.
Of course. Um, no, and like going to the United Half, how insane is it? Just a side note, how insane is it to like see your people in Times Square? Because for me, every year that I run it, I'm like, this is crazy. Like you're never, I guess you will experience it again if you run it again, but it's like it's such a unique moment to have Times Square closed, for all your people to be there and for them to be cheering you along. Like what is it like seeing your family there when you run through Times Square?
I don't get excited about Times Square.
What?
Yeah.
Hot take,
Like,
Dr.
I
D.
don't like Times
Hot
Square. Like,
take. Okay,
it's
fair, fair.
still just as crowded when I'm getting through there during a race versus just walking through there. But
That's
like, I'd
fair.
rather die than walk through Times Square.
That's fair. I mean, same. Yeah. When there's no like
So,
barricade for a race, you will not catch me dead in Times Square.
yeah.
Um, but
But yeah,
that
no, I don't get
particular
my
type of
jollies out
race.
of running through Times Square. Like, I think for out of
Wow.
towners, it's really cool. But like,
Agreed.
I don't like
Agreed.
Times Square.
I don't know why it's just so fun for me. I feel like the roads are so like wide and you have so much space. But I guess to your point, it's
Yeah,
unique to
I live in
everyone
the
being
middle of
there.
nowhere. I have a lot of space.
Okay.
So I
I think
think
that's
maybe
like
to the more
unfair
urban
when you have like
runner,
a farm. Okay.
fair.
I don't have a farm. I live in
I
an
I
apartment.
can see how it's cool for the out of towners, and I can see how it's
Yeah.
cool for the urban runners, where there's a
Yeah.
ton of space in Times Square.
Yeah.
But like,
I get it. I
eh,
get that. I get it. I get it. I get it. So what's your favorite part of that race then? Don't even you can't I don't even know how you could say Brooklyn and you can't even say the FDR unless you're
it's
gonna say the
certainly not the
FDR.
FDR.
Okay, thank
No,
God. I was gonna say get off the
um,
pod right now. Just
no,
kidding.
no. Um, I like bridges. I don't like
Okay.
hills, but I like
Mm.
the bridges.
Hmm.
I think the view from the bridge is really cool, and I think having done it
Yeah.
2 years in a row, doing the Manhattan Bridge last year and the Brooklyn Bridge this year,
Hmm.
that was really cool. So like, I'll stop and take a picture of that. Like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I love that.
but no, the FDR drags on forever.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's
and then
either
the whole
always freezing or it's so hot.
last year was perfect. So
Really?
I got spoiled with perfect
Wait,
weather last
I keep
year.
mixing up last year and this year because this year I didn't run it. So last year,
This year was super humid, and I hated it.
right, last year was
Last
actually
year
good weather.
it was like 50 and partly sunny.
Yes. Yes, because the first year I did United Half, which was the year before last, just 2023, it was literally 11 degrees when I started.
Yeah,
So like I have the comparison of like 11 degrees and then like whatever it was last year, 2024, 50 degrees. Yeah. So,
I had a friend that ran United in 2023. I actually met her that weekend. Um,
mhm.
and she like froze to death. It was terrible.
It was
And then I
horrible.
conned her into coming back and running it with me last year, and it was so much better.
How you even got her back, I don't even know.
I know.
I was traumatized the year after the 11 degrees. Like and I had again, I
Hmm.
had forced I had like not forced. I had suggested that Sid run it with me. And the poor girl was like out there in 11 degrees and I was like, sorry, I didn't know. I've never done this before. Um yeah, it can be a crapshoot for sure. But what was the difference
It's
to
so
you between
unpredictable.
Brooklyn and Manhattan? It's crazy. It's horrible, actually, how unpredictable it can be.
Yeah.
What was the difference in bridges for you? Like, which one do you like better?
Um, I think I like the Manhattan Bridge better.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I had never been on the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know how, but that was my first time on the Brooklyn
Really?
Bridge.
That
But I
surprises
think
me.
the approach was so much steeper and longer, and I didn't like it. Versus the
Yes.
approach to the Manhattan Bridge, I think was a more gradual. Like, still, it was still a hill, it was still a bridge approach.
Yeah.
And then coming off the Brooklyn Bridge, that took forever
Yeah,
to
it's a
go all the
weird.
way around and down to the FDR versus the
Yeah.
Manhattan was not that bad.
Yeah. No, I will agree. I mean, I didn't run the Brooklyn Bridge for the United Half, but I went to college down there, so I had run that.
Mhm.
Like that was like my daily run route for a while. And obviously I never ran on the FDR, but even getting to cuz obviously I went to school on the Manhattan side, so getting to the Brooklyn Bridge from that side was even like such a pain that like I can't even
Hmm.
imagine having to intertwine down back to the FDR on the Manhattan
Yeah,
side to go like all the way up. Plus it just
yeah, it
feels
was.
like so much far I feel like it feels like so much longer when you're running, but it might not actually be that much longer. Do you know what I mean? From like Manhattan Bridge
Hmm.
all the way up, from Brooklyn Bridge all the way up, I feel like it feels
Yeah.
just like longer. But it is a very long Manhattan Bridge, I feel like is like gradual, but it's like quick. You're like up and down.
Hmm. Yeah.
Brooklyn Bridge like goes on forever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
only really
Manhattan
do it on
Bridge,
long
like,
runs,
yeah, if
but
you're trying to conserve yourself, you slow down a little bit and you just keep chugging away at the
yeah,
hill and it's fine. And then like all of a sudden you're on the
right,
bridge and great, you're going downhill.
right.
Brooklyn just dragged forever.
Drags forever, forever.
Hmm.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. Um, no, but shifting gears because we have to get into music, of course.
Hmm.
As two music girlies, I know the answer to this, but for the listeners, do you run with music?
I do run with music.
Me putting in all caps that I already know the answer, but do it for the people. Okay, this was the question from Kate, my sister, of course. As I was doing these notes, I was like, I need something else for the music section. She's like, ask Dr. D, would you rather run with your favorite song first or last?
Last.
Ooh, okay, okay, love it. What's that song?
I don't know that I have a favorite song, but I feel like if I needed a song as a, like a pick me up or something to mean something, I'd rather have it last because I'm normally motivated
Hmm.
starting a run or starting a race, and it's the
Yeah,
end of it where
yeah,
I would need the pick me up.
I feel that.
But for
Yeah.
me, music isn't like I don't get that like I could run through a wall with music. It's not
Hmm.
me.
You're just
I'm
like,
not necessarily motivated by music,
hmm,
but there's certain genres I like, certain genres I don't like.
hmm,
But it's mostly either like songs that I really just like to listen to and they're feel good and I could sing along to them, or they remind me of somebody that I love.
yeah, yeah,
So like they'll get put on the playlist for that reason, or
yeah.
they came from a class and I will steal half the playlist and put it on my long run playlist.
Yeah. No, I love that. So you're not necessarily looking for like upbeat tracks or like mellow tracks. You're kind of just like whatever's playing is playing.
Yeah, yeah. My
Ooh,
long
I
run
love that.
playlist is very weird.
Okay, well,
I mean,
like
it's
you need to give us details.
like
Sorry.
it ranges from like classic country to and like Cotton Eye Joe is in there too. That's a little
Ooh.
ridiculous.
Okay.
Uh,
No, I mean like
to like
nothing is ridiculous. This is an
like
open forum.
Despacito is on there. Um, there's some Taylor Swift on there. There's some Chappell Roan. There is a bunch of classic rock. There's
Love it.
obviously Bruce. Clearly
Yeah.
Rosalita's on there.
Obviously.
Um,
It's like a a good like 8 minute track that you could just
yeah.
zone out.
Um, I think it starts with Sky Full of Stars by Coldplay. That is the first
Ooh,
track on the playlist
I like that.
because it was in a class last year, and I stole most of that playlist. Um,
Love it.
Shout out MF.
No, literally.
So many stolen playlists. But that song follows me now. Like that song has followed me to a lot of races where I'm like it's being played on the loudspeakers.
Yeah. No, I love that. And because we haven't really touched on it, like is there one thing about uh I feel we keep saying MF, but obviously we're talking about our bestie, Mariana. Um is there one thing about like her classes or your playlists or her classes or her playlists that like Resonates with you?
Uh, Playlist wise, it's because neither she nor I recognize music after like 2008. Um,
Yeah. Okay, respect.
we are old
Okay,
ladies.
I take that as like a subtle shot to the heart, but it's fine. I'll
We
pretend for
are
the podcast that you didn't just
old.
make me
Yeah,
cry to go to sleep. Just kidding.
we are old ladies in 30 something year old bodies.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so like we like a lot of the same classic rock, a lot of the same indie stuff, a lot of the same pop stuff, but like again, like 2007 pop, with the
Fine.
exception of Taylor Swift.
What is your problem with 2008?
I mean, how old were you then? Like 9?
Um,
You
12?
were 12.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was 12. I was 12. That's pretty fast math for for it being 7:20 at night and kind of your bedtime and my bedtime. No,
It's
just
definitely
kidding.
my bedtime. And then class wise, I feel like she makes her class is approachable for any level. Um,
Yeah.
and I also like her coaching style. Like, I don't want to be yelled at. That does not motivate me. I will
Agreed.
shut down and stop.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
like
Agreed.
the support without the yelling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
No, I completely
I
agree.
yeah, I like her coaching style. Um, and like with her and a couple other instructors have very similar coaching styles where it's, meeting yourself where you're at, realizing how much you've accomplished that you never thought you would.
Yeah.
And like, give it a try. What do you got to lose? It's
Mm-hmm.
just running.
Yeah. No, it's so true. And like, do you ever a shifting gears again? Like, do you ever like say like, oh, it's just running when you start to put a lot of pressure on yourself for a race or something like that? Like, I feel like I find myself more being like, oh, it's just running. Like, you have to kind of remind yourself that you're doing this for fun.
Yeah, no, for me, it's like I get to do this. I'm doing this for
Mhm.
fun. And I'm not winning anything. Like, if I need to take a break to walk, if I need to walk to take a gel, like, good for me. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you're still doing it. It doesn't even matter.
still,
Like, if
still
you're
doing it.
literally still doing the distance. No, I get
Like,
that.
I,
I totally
I
get
give
that.
myself a lot of imposter syndrome where, like, if I take a walk break, it doesn't count. Like, obviously, it counts. But getting my brain around that shift has been
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. No, I get that a lot. And I think like one of the defining moments for me with that was during the ultra that I just did. I was like, I had paused my watch because I mean, you're like, all right, first of all, you're like delirious. That's number one. During the
Mm,
ultra, you're like delirious. During any race, I like go into complete delirium, like even if it's like a 5K. But it's like, I paused my watch when I was, I think, at like mile 30 something. And I was like just pausing while I stopped to take like a pit break. And it was one that I accounted for like 3 minutes. Like I had 3 minutes for it. And I paused my watch. And Matt from Backline was like, "Why are you pausing your watch?" Like, and I had not done it up until that point, and I was like, "I don't know. It just feels like a long time to like not do anything." And he's like, "No, you're literally walking. Like, keep going.
it's an
like keep
ultra, and
your
you're still
watch going.
covering
It's an
distance.
ultra." But it's funny, like how we put that. Like, I feel like it's just like natural pressure. Like I don't
Hmm.
even want to say unnecessary because I think it's just natural to do it, but it's just like you just like mentally are like inclined to be like, "Oh, I should pause my watch if I'm walking." Whereas like
Hmm.
now the shift was like, oh, well, like I'm still doing the distance and it still
Yeah,
counts and like whatever. And then when I finished the
that's me
ultra,
on my
my
summer long
count was
runs.
off. Yeah, you're just like, whatever. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just
like,
keep
I'm
it
still
running while I'm
covering
walking.
distance. It's time on feet. We're
Yeah,
getting there.
100%. And I started like I've pretty much always kept it running for long runs too, but like I very much I'm like way more aware of how often I at least go to pause my watch when I
Hmm.
start walking. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm still doing it. Why am I going to pause it? Like, who cares? What's it going to impact my time? It's just running. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's such a
and who's
weird
who's your
concept
time for?
mentally,
Like,
right? Like, who's the time for? It's for me and my Strava.
yeah, if you
And
don't care, and Barry
yeah,
doesn't
like I
care,
actually
like, who
don't even
cares?
care. Yeah, like who cares? Literally, who cares? So it was nice to hear you say that because I think it's again one of those important things where it's like people need to hear it. Like it's not, you're just
Hmm.
training. Like you training is like doing more than like most. You
Yeah.
actually like going for something and going for the goal and putting in the work and putting in the time is like more than most. And that's not a dig at people who like want to run. It's just more of like, oh, you sign up for 26.2 or oh, you sign up for an ultra. You want to do this, you want to do that. Like you're going for it. So I think that's cool. That's really cool. I love it. Anyway, uh, you said you had no songs, but are there any that like or you said you had no favorite song for first or last song, right? Do you have any like favorite tracks that have to be on your playlist other than the ones you mentioned?
Uh, I mean, I'd have to scroll through my long run playlist, but like those are the ones I could think of off of it.
Yeah.
There's some Billy Joel on there. There's there's some Mana on there. Shout out Mariana.
Mhm.
Um, what else is on there? It's so random. But what I'll usually do
Same.
is I will pick a song to start with that for some reason means something that day.
Mhm.
Um, and then I'll put it on shuffle. And then I'll
Mhm.
pay attention to what's playing crossing the finish line.
Yeah. No, I love that. It kind of like takes the work out of it for you and kind of keeps you
Hmm.
guessing a little bit. I've been relying heavily on the Spotify curated playlists. Like sometimes I'll just put on like
Hmm.
pop or I'll put on rock, the ones that are like specifically for you. You know how it like,
Yeah.
it's like always watching your algorithm or whatever, and it's like spying on
Hmm.
you. um, Slightly creepy, but it actually kind of works. I've been relying heavily on those because they bring up like tracks that I didn't think I would like during a run. So I think those are cool.
Yeah, no, those are good.
Do you have a song that reminds you of a specific race or running memory?
Um, I want to say I started the women's 10K this year listening to Pink Pony Club
Yes.
because a
So
couple
good.
of us have nicknamed ourselves Pink Pony Run Club.
I love that.
Um, there's been a couple races I've done to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour with the
Hmm.
goal of finishing before the playlist finishes, which
Ooh,
I've
okay, I like
accomplished.
that.
Uh, I don't know. I can't say that I've got any that like remind me of anything.
No, I mean those are good picks. I feel like mine, you mentioned it already, but Rosalita, of course,
Hmm.
is like doesn't remind me of a race specifically, but it's one of those things where like I just feel like you guys are all around me because it's like a shared
Yeah,
favorite song. I think
yeah,
you and
that,
I had to, I think, I don't know if it was me or you that texted the other about Rosalita at the women's 10K this year, but like I know I have texted you about that at least at some point
yes,
this year, whether it was
yeah,
Boston or the women's 10K or the DC half. Like I know that I was like, oh, Rosalita came on and I thought of you. But I feel
yeah.
like
And
that's what
that's
it's all
more it
about.
for me. That like a
Yeah.
song will come on
Yeah.
and I'll think of a person, not necessarily
Yes.
think of an
Yes.
event or something like that.
Yeah. 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 No, for sure. For sure. I love it. Well, are you ready for some rapid fire while we wrap
Might as
this
well
up?
ever be.
Well, you already had the question, so like it's like you already know the answers.
Though, before we do rapid fire, you didn't really cover the chickens.
Fuck! I knew I was missing something. Oh well, okay. Like if we're gonna open it up to that, then I have like a lot of like animal related questions for you.
Excellent.
Um. Okay. Well, before we get to the chickens, like vet talk,
Hmm.
because I have dogs. For the record, what do you have like a favorite animal that you like working on, for lack of
I'm
a
a
better
crazy cat
phrase?
lady.
Ooh, I knew you were gonna say cat. I just had a feeling.
Hmm.
I just had a feeling. Did you have any like crazy vet moments where you're like, this is insane. Like I can't believe I'm doing this right now?
Um, I had to put my chicken back together like a month ago.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to okay. Dr. D, like you're gonna have to elaborate on that, okay?
She got her wing ripped off.
How?
So I live in the woods, and a fisher cat, which is basically like a big weasel, had come up in the middle of the night. And like our chickens are kept within a completely enclosed space, but it's
Right.
wire that keeps it enclosed. So if you've
Hmm.
got a dumb chicken and a predator that comes up to it, like they'll reach through the wire fence. And this chicken got her wing completely ripped off, like at
Through the
the shoulder,
fence?
just a stump. Yeah. So we
I
went out in
can't
the
even.
morning and we were like, why does that chicken look a little dumpy? Because she's missing an arm. Um,
Did you find the arm?
nope, gone. No, I wasn't
Stop.
going to reattach it anyway. It's gone.
Stop.
I'll send.
Okay,
I'll
so
send you
how
that
did
picture
you fix?
too.
Yeah, okay. You have a lot of pictures to send me. But
I
also,
do.
how did you like fix her? Put her back
So
together?
Ari said, "Mom, I'm going to be really sad if we lose another chicken." So she got boxed up and taken to work, and it's I just took the muscle and the skin and closed it over the stump. And she stayed at work for probably 6 weeks while everything healed and she regrew feathers and everything. And then she came
Wow.
home probably last Friday, actually.
Oh, so she had to stay?
Yeah, no, we named her Cece, which is for clinic chicken, because she was at work for about a month and a half.
Wait, that's so cute. I'm gonna cry over a chicken right now. Um, Stop. Like animals being hurt makes me cry so bad. Um, Wow. That's okay. Okay. That's really sad, but also really happy. Anything else that was like insane? Like any insane stories? I feel like sometimes like I'm very close with my vet because I'm there. I have had dogs my whole life. Um, and it's actually kind of weird. I don't know if you have this with your patients, but like I kind of get excited to see the people at the vet because I'm like, oh, I only get to see you when my dogs need shots, but also like we have each other on social and we catch up like via DM,
Hmm.
whatever. So like it's like I mean I had my first dog when I was like 8 years old. So like I have literally known these people at the vet for like 20 years of my life.
Hmm.
Or like whatever, 15 years of
Well,
my life, 10 years of my life. And it's like I love seeing them and they're like a part of my family. So it's like a weird thing where you're like wanting to see the staff. um
well, I have the
and
craziest dynamic that my dad owned the practice before I did.
yeah,
I've
see that's
known
like
a
so
lot of those
cool.
employees and a lot of the clients since I was a child.
And now they're like your people,
Yeah.
like your employees.
So now they're my employees. And
Yeah.
I've to the point where a lot of the clients that I knew when I was a kid, I see their children as clients.
Mhm. Mhm. That's insane.
So it's
Yeah.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
but
But
it's
they'll tell me
cool.
all these crazy stories about like they're like, "Oh, somebody found this animal like on the side of the road and they brought it in," and she'll be like, "It was a turtle," but I'm not really like not that I don't know the correct terminology. Obviously, you're gonna have to correct me, but like she'll be like, "I'm not really like I don't really see turtles, but like I helped it because
Hmm.
animals." And I'm like, "That's so crazy." So do you have any stories like that where it wasn't like something that you were expecting to come in, but it came in? Like an animal came in or a person came in with an animal?
Not not really. Like I really keep myself to cats and dogs and my own chickens.
Respect.
Like I don't really even do chickens
Fair.
for anybody else.
You're like, I only take care of my own chickens, okay?
And I very much hate emergency work, so I try to stay away from that too. Like I'm the kind
Fair.
that needs I need to know what's coming, I need to know when it's coming, and I need to have a
Yeah.
like need to be prepared. I don't do
Yeah.
well under
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah. No, I get that. I totally get that. Okay, so tell me about your chickens. How many do you have? What's their coop like? How many eggs do you get? What are their names?
We have 19 adult hens and a rooster,
Wow.
and then we have 16 babies that are like 12 or 14 weeks old. So they're
Mhm.
like 3 or 4 weeks from getting integrated all together.
Love it.
Um, the rooster is poofy because the first rooster was fluffy. So the second
Okay.
rooster was floofy. It's like off-brand fluffy.
Yeah.
So when we got the next ones, we got a pair of them and they were puffy and poofy. But a raccoon got to puffy, so we
No,
only have
stop.
poofy.
I can't even hear about it. Not the raccoon.
The raccoon.
First the
I live in the Wild
wildcat,
West.
then the
I live in the
raccoon.
Wild
Where do you
West.
live? You don't live in New Jersey, I'm convinced. You live like over the border or something of
I
like
live in
Pennsylvania.
Montana.
You know, literally. That's insane. Okay,
And
do
then
you have chickens
any
that you're like most close to?
probably snack wrap.
I'm Dr. D, I'm not. I can't even handle this right now. Okay, snack wrap. Does he or she have any siblings like chicken chalupa or crunch wrap or like anything from like any other fast food chain?
So in the new flock we have quesadilla and fajita,
Love it.
and then
Love it.
Ari named one taco,
That's
but
right.
that one's buddy is toucan. I don't know.
I mean, whatever, Ari,
We've
like
we've got
whatever
meatball and
works.
buffalo.
That's
Um,
so good.
Actually, throwing it back to music, do you remember the song Chicken Noodle Soup with a soda on the side?
Yeah, of course.
So we had noodle soup and soda in our original flock.
Oh, man.
And then noodle and soup died, and we only had soda left. So over time, like old age.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, fair,
but
fair.
we were
No
left with soda.
raccoons.
No raccoons, just old age. We were left
Fair.
with just soda. The silver laced Wyandotte hen named Soda, which made no
Damn.
sense to anybody. You had to tell the whole story.
That's so
So
good.
we have a pair of silver laced Wyandottes. So I named them Pepsi and Sprite because of
Love.
soda. So like such a long story about why this chicken is named Sprite.
I mean, I'm here for it. You know I love this. That is amazing. I think you need to move more into like the Italian genre of like pasta shapes for the next chicken. Maybe
We could
like
do
a
pasta shapes. We had
maybe like a
we had a trio
rigatoni.
that was piccata, marsala, and cacciatore at some
Okay,
point.
cute. Cute.
We
Representation.
had, yeah, we currently have a ravioli.
Ooh, that's cute.
We have an oatmeal. Rob named one oatmeal because it looked
Okay, that's
oatmeal
cute.
colored.
It's cute.
Um, we've got, we've had at some point waffles, and then chicken and
Love.
waffles. Because
Yep,
of
duh.
waffles, we had pancakes. Uh,
What about syrup?
we haven't had syrup, but I like it.
See?
Um, Ari named one Burger King and one Wendy's.
Love. We need a taco
All
and a
of
bell.
all of the
Taco
white
Bell.
chickens are Karen
That's so funny.
because they're always yelling
That's
about
so
something
good.
and their combs flop over. So they want to speak to the manager. So they're all
That's so
Karen.
good.
Um, like we had three of them at one point, and they were Karen, Karen, and Karen, all
But can you
spelled
tell the
differently, but all
difference?
Karen. No.
I'm dead. You're like, this one's
We've
Karen with a
got
K.
Szechuan and we've got sandwich.
These are so cute. These names are so cute.
We've got a Polish named Borscht.
Love.
We've got two
It's so
Delawares
gross.
named Dover and Wilmington.
Wow. What's the connection to Delaware? Any connection?
None. They're the breed of chicken is
They're
Delaware, so
just,
I picked cities in Delaware.
that's so funny.
Uh,
I love
and then
that.
we've got two salmon faverols, which is another breed of chicken. So I named them sockeye and coho, which is types of salmon.
That's so good. You're like I mean, you are a pro at this point. I love that. I
And I'm
love
sure there's
that.
some that still don't have names, and I don't even know who they are.
Do
There's
you
one
just
that's just
like,
Yellowbird because Ari called it Yellowbird, and it's just Yellowbird.
that's so funny. You're like, I've actually lost count. You're not getting any names.
Oh, I
um,
seriously have.
we're just gonna call you what we want to on that day. I love that. I love that energy. That is so funny. How many more are you gonna get?
Like we weren't even supposed to order chickens this year, and then we ordered 16. So who knows? Our big coop houses about 40, so the current set, once we integrate them, we'll decommission the small coop, and then Rob will just have one coop to clean when he cleans the coops because this is all his deal. Like I love the chickens
Oh,
and I profit from their eggs, but their maintenance is mostly him.
wow.
So the
Okay,
big coop
props to
houses
Rob.
about 40 chickens. Like he's got power out there, he's got Wi-Fi out there. Like we got a chicken coop cam. Um,
What?
yeah,
Chicken coop cam?
he works in tech, so like he wasn't
Okay,
gonna
fair.
not put a chicken coop cam out there.
I respect that. I respect that so much. Do you ever run with the chickens?
No, but they have met me at the end of runs
Okay, that's cute.
because
That's cute.
a lot of times they're just out all day because the
Yeah.
boys love to just let them free. So
Like
if
let
I
them free in
finish
your
it,
yard or like,
yeah, they just don't leave. Except Ravioli. Ravioli did go two houses up the street once.
yo, I respect
So
that
we
from
got a call
ravioli.
saying your chicken's at my door. Come get
Yeah,
her.
ravioli is giving major Italian energy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, but I have
Being
had
two
them meet
houses
me
away.
in the driveway after a run if I run around my
Do,
house.
do they like hold the chicken? Do they hold ravioli and bring, is it a her
They
or him?
they put yeah, they're all female except the rooster.
Okay, so okay, well I'm stupid. I should have known that. Um, did they bring ravioli to you like in
Yeah.
hand?
Put her
Or
in
were
a
they
dog
like, I don't
crate
want to touch
and
this chicken?
oh no,
Stop.
they have chickens too. So they were like, this has got to be somebody's chicken. So they called their neighbor, and then our neighbor kind of knows everything that goes on up here. So she was like, oh, I'll just call Rob. It's probably his chicken, and it was Rob's chicken. So in a dog crate, Ravioli went, and Ravioli got driven down the road.
This is so funny. Not ravioli running away.
Ravioli.
Damn. I have to meet ravioli. I feel like we're long lost
Hmm.
sisters.
Probably.
Yeah. You know, we're just meant to be. Meant to
As
be.
long as I don't name one of them Pinwheel, we're good.
Nah, I will kill you. I will never come see the chickens. No, I'm just kidding. We need to name one Gemelli. I will buy one
Yes.
for Rob to have. To name it Gemelli.
Rob might come home tonight with a chicken.
That'd be awesome.
They're at the Hunterdon County 4-H fair, and they went specifically to look at the chickens.
Okay, but in Rob's defense, like you low key sent them also. So
I mean, I
didn't
did
you?
send them, but also my practice sponsored the fair this year, so like they have to go make an appearance.
You're like, sorry, I'm on the LAG show. Can't talk right now.
I did. I was like,
Um,
I'm recording a pod. You guys can go to the fair.
I'm so honored. I hope he comes back with a chicken. I really, please, you have to text me if he comes back with a chicken. That'd be so good for the plot.
Okay.
I love it so much. Well, I need to come to the farm,
Yes.
obviously. Not even for eggs. I feel like I just need to bond with the chickens. Um,
Yes. You need to come out
yeah.
for chicken time and Halo Pub.
Yes. Yes. And I need to finally meet Ari, obviously.
How
I
have you
mean, and
not met
Rob.
Ari?
I don't even understand how I haven't met Ari, but I just know
Huh.
we would be best friends.
You would.
Uh, yeah. I mean, obviously. Um, yeah, we're gonna make that happen. So after Berlin, when you
Hmm.
PR, because if you didn't know, which you already do know because you listen all the time, we manifest on this podcast. So we're manifesting a PR for Dr. Devon. And regardless of a PR, we're gonna do a Berlin recap at Halo Pub.
Yes.
And I'm gonna come see the chickens.
You better.
Does that sound good? Yeah, no, I will. Pinky promise. Through the screen, through Riverside. You being like, I'm giving you one straight pinky, and I'm like, give me the promise.
I'm
Um,
very serious.
I am very serious. No, I love it. Okay, well, before we wrap up, we need to do rapid fire because that's my favorite part. Um, are you down?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't know that my answers will be rapid, but I'll try.
You could take as much time as you want. It could be another half hour. It doesn't matter. Whatever happens on the LAG show happens on the LAG show, and it stays here. Okay. Morning runs or evening runs?
Morning. The evening does not
Respect.
exist for me.
Same. I mean, you're going to bed in like 15 minutes. Um,
Probably.
headphones in or out during a race?
Shocks,
Fair.
but
Same.
they're always on.
Okay, fair. What's your favorite animal?
The cat.
Ooh, okay. Out of any animal, cat
Yeah.
is your
Yeah.
final answer. Okay,
Yeah.
respect, respect. I I have a newfound love for cats. I've been allergic my whole life. I'm still allergic, but I've learned that if you take Benadryl before you go to bed at said friend's house that has a cat, you'll be fine when you wake up in the morning.
There you go.
And I've been fine. And now I made best friends with my
Uh,
friend's cat.
I do want to let you know that my Aura Ring just sent me a notification that I need to start winding down for bedtime. So,
This is
like,
very much winding down.
you were not kidding about it being my bedtime soon.
Dr. Devon is like, wrap it up, bitch. I swear there are only 3 more left. Favorite place you've ever gone for a run?
Uh, Probably London.
Love it. I knew that was
But like
coming.
I did a run around London that was just me running around London. It wasn't a race, it wasn't at PSL.
Yeah.
I did like 6 of the most touristy miles on my own, and it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Ooh, I love that. Wait, you've been in PSL a lot, right?
Um, 3 years in a row. I go for my birthday.
Love it.
So I
Love it.
22, 23, and 24. I've gone for my
Love it.
birthday, and then 23 and 24 I did races while I was there.
Love it.
Um, but I love London.
I
I don't really have a good reason for it, but I love it.
I mean, you don't need a reason. It's 2025. We don't need a reason.
Fair.
It's fine. Um, okay, I'm switching up the order, so don't look at the show notes. If you could run with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Um, I'd probably bring my grandma back,
Oh,
but she was not a runner.
yeah, but
So
that's
we go for
fine.
a walk.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be a run. It could be a walk run. It
Yeah.
could be like a standing with whoever you want to bring back. That's
We
the
would
fun of the
walk to get
question.
ice cream.
Yeah, at Halo Pub.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's not Halo Pub. Uh, what is your Halo? This is the last one because best for last. That's why I changed the order. What is your Halo Pub order?
I like a butter pecan with
Hell
some chocolate
yeah.
sprinkles.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, well, we'll have to wait 4 weeks to go get Halo Pub, but um I will buy it for you when we get back from
Putting it on the
Berlin.
calendar.
When you get back from Berlin. I love it. Dr. D, this has been the best time ever. Thank you so much for sending your whole family to the fair coming on the podcast. I hope I get to meet Ravioli and Ari and Rob soon. And I hope you'll actually come back after Berlin because I feel like we said it out
There's
loud. So
nobody
now it
else
has
I would
to
rather
happen.
empty my house for.
I'm so
Honored
honored.
to be on the pod.
Thank you for coming on. This was the best time ever. I'm gonna never stop smiling ever. My cheeks actually hurt from laughing because I
Same.
literally can't even look at you and be serious at the same time. It just doesn't work. It actually doesn't work.
Which is
Yeah,
interesting given my RBF.
that's true. That's true. Me and Dr. D do laugh together, even though she has major RBF. But she's gonna smile and laugh and wear lederhosen and eat pretzels and drink beer and prosecco in Berlin.
Yes.
Pre-marathon and probably post.
And there will be photographic evidence.
That's right.
As contractually obligated.
Contractually obligated so that I have a new contact photo for Dr. D. I love it. Thank you so much again for being here. This has been the best time. I hope you had fun.
Absolutely. I had so much fun.
It was such a blast catching up with Dr. Devon for track 30 of the Ali G show. I can't even believe we made it to track 30. Again, I say this every single week, but if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe, like it, share it, follow along on Instagram at @the_Ali G show for updates and new track releases. All of these tracks will be released on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music and anywhere that you get your podcasts. So feel free to follow along. And thank you so much again for listening.